Well, good morning. So we did get up for our trip to Alsace today. So just waiting for our driver to get here, and we are going to be starting then. So it's actually a trip that we've booked through Get Your Guide, and if it's any good, I'll put the link at in the description of this reel. So looking forward to it, and the day is looking good. Not too hot so far, and yeah, I'm feeling a lot better than I was last night.
After spending 2 fantastic days exploring the beautiful town of Colmar, we decided it was time to discover even more of what Alsace has to offer. While Colmar makes a brilliant base, one of the best things about staying here is just how many picturesque villages and viewpoints are within easy reach. Rather than hiring a car, we booked a full-day tour through Get Your Guide, and honestly, it was one of the best decisions we made on the trip. Our guide for the day was Didier, who was absolutely excellent from start to finish. Friendly, knowledgeable, funny, and clearly passionate about his home region, he made the whole experience enjoyable without ever making it feel rushed or overly scripted. If you're visiting Alsace and don't fancy driving the famous wine route yourself, I definitely recommend doing something similar. You can simply sit back, enjoy the scenery, and let someone else worry about the roads while you take in some of the most beautiful villages in France. Our day began bright and early in Colmar. Thankfully, we had another gorgeous summer day. It was already warm in the morning and temperatures would eventually climb into the low 30s. The bus was fully air-conditioned, though, which made our travelling incredibly comfortable, especially between the different stops. As we left Colmar behind, Didier began telling us about the fascinating history of Alsace. One of the things that made this region so unique is that it has changed hands between France and Germany several times over the centuries. You can really see that blend everywhere you go, in the architecture, the food, the language, and even the surnames of many of the local people. It's one of the reasons Alsace feels completely different from anywhere else in France. Our first stop was the beautiful village of Eguisheim, often described as one of the prettiest villages in France. In fact, it's regularly listed among les plus beaux villages de France, and it's easy to understand why. Eguisheim is famous for its unique circular layout with narrow cobbled streets winding around the historic centre. As we followed Didier through the village, every corner seemed more picturesque than the last. The colourful half-timbered houses, overflowing flower boxes and tiny courtyards make it feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale. One of the lovely things about exploring Eguisheim with a guide is learning about the stories hidden behind the buildings. Didier pointed out the medieval architecture, explaining how the village developed over the centuries and highlighted details that we probably would have walked straight past on our own. There are charming little fountains dotted throughout the village, independent boutiques selling local produce, and plenty of cafes where you could easily spend an afternoon simply soaking up the atmosphere. If you're visiting on your own, I definitely recommend allowing extra time to wander because some of the prettiest streets are the ones you stumble upon by accident. After our walking tour, we climbed back onto the coach for what many people would probably consider the highlight of any trip to Alsace, a visit to Maison Struckley, a local family-owned winery. Alsace is world famous for its white wines, particularly Riesling, Gewürztraminer, Pinot Gris and Muscat, and this was our chance to sample some of them while learning more about the region's winemaking traditions. The tasting itself was relaxing and welcoming rather than intimidating. Whether you're a wine enthusiast or someone who simply enjoys the occasional glass, it was fascinating to hear how the different grape varieties are grown and how the unique climate and soil of Alsace give these wines their distinctive character.
Gewürztraminer, and then I will show you two types of Gewürztraminer. The first, the traditional Gewürztraminer, which will be sweet and not too much sweet, and then after to finish, I will show you, a late harvest Gewürztraminer, like the ice wine. Okay, very, very, very sweet. Okay, and the sparkling. Okay, it's Crémant of Alsace. It's forbidden to call it Champagne because we're not the Champagne region. Champagne is a place 2 hours from me where they produce the wine and the place. Okay. And it's the only wine that you have the ability to make a blend. So for Crémant, you have 75% of Pinot Blanc and 25% of the Riesling. Okay? And the Crémant is very nice as aperitif, people reading something if you want. Although if you want to celebrate something, sometimes weddings, divorce. So Crémant ist ein Mix mit zwei.
On est arrivé en France.
Gerne.
Merci.
De rien, you're welcome.
So we are trying our Crémant.
Comment dire? Merci en alsacien. Danke.
Merci. En Alsacien, on dit merci. Parce que l'Alsacien, ça fait un mélange de français et d'allemand. En Alsacien, on dit merci. Danke, c'est plus allemand.
Danke. Danke. Ja, danke.
Danke.
Danke, oui.
Na, in Alsace, wir sagen nicht Danke, wir sagen wie im Französisch, wir sagen merci.
Merci.
Sancha.
Sancha.
This is the muscat. That is actually gorgeous. Wow.
The Riesling, okay, vieille vigne, something different. Huh?
Okay.
Riesling, all vines. Huh?
Merci.
De rien. But you speak very well French, you have no accent, you know, you have a really nice French accent when you speak French. You know?
Oh, merci.
Compliment.
No, it's real, no. Perfect.
Alors. Santé.
Santé.
Pas mal. I think I prefer the muscat now. This is wrapping perfectly now. Look, it's actually wrapping. So you prefer this one or muscat?
I don't know, maybe.
Pick a muscat still.
Muscat, maybe.
Super.
Okay, Pinot Gris. Okay, Pinot Gris.
Vielen Dank.
Bitte.
Spricht Deutsch. Hast du schnell gelernt?
Yeah. Okay, Pinot Noir.
Non, c'est pas du Pinot Noir, c'est du
Pinot
Pinot
Gris.
Gris.
Désolé.
Er vertritt die Augen.
C'est Gelat.
Getrunken. Okay. Was denkst du?
Pinot Noir.
Okay.
Okay. So sehr fruchtig, ja? Nicht süß, fruchtig.
That is good, isn't it?
Fruité.
Really enough.
Haben Sie die Namen in
Choose muscat or that now? What's it called?
Gewürztraminer.
Okay, it gives you stamina.
Gewürztraminer, yeah? The more that you drink, better you can pronounce the name, you know?
But the more stamina you get.
Yeah, Gewürztraminer, yeah.
Merci.
You're welcome. De rien.
Merci.
Okay.
Ui. Slancha. Too sweet for me, I think.
Oh, that's a strange taste.
What do you think?
It's like drinking lighter fluid.
Not very keen on it.
This one, okay?
What's it called?
Vendange tardive. Gewürztraminer, which is being late harvest.
Okay.
Like the ice wine, if you want.
Yeah.
And you see the color of the wine is also more yellow because you have more sugar, better fruits.
Ah.
More wine is like yellow, more sugar you have inside. Huh?
Okay. Right.
Merci.
That's our last one. Matcha.
Raja.
So it's very easy to drink. It's very sweet. More that
Too
you drink,
sweet.
better you feel.
It's lovely. That.
Do you reckon? I won't drink too much. Now you'll be sick.
Sweet wine. Okay. This one is perfect by the foie gras, you know, if you want, but although by a dessert sometimes. Okay. Or at the end of the dinner, you know, to like a liqueur to enjoy a glass of wine. It's very, very sweet. Okay. You will see. And this one you can keep between 10 and 15 years without problem because there's so much sugar made by the fruits that you can keep a very long time. Okay? The Muscat, the Riesling, the Pinot Gris you can keep maximum 3 years. But this one between 10 and 15 years without problem.
After leaving Maison Stockley, we climbed back aboard the coach and made our way towards our next stop. Before long, we arrived in Kaysersberg, a village that has repeatedly been recognised as one of the most beautiful in France. The name Kaysersberg translates as Emperor's Mountain, a nod to its medieval past. And the moment you step into the village, it's easy to see why it's so popular with visitors. One of the first things you'll notice is the charming river Weiss flowing through the centre of the town, crossed by a beautiful fortified stone bridge that has become one of Kaysersberg's most photographed landmarks. Surrounding it are colourful half-timbered houses, many dating back hundreds of years, with flower-filled window boxes adding even more character. As we wandered through the narrow cobbled streets with Didier, he pointed out some of the village's fascinating history, explaining how Kaysersberg grew into an important trading town during the Middle Ages. Everywhere you look, there's another picture-perfect corner, from hidden courtyards to traditional Alsatian buildings that seem almost untouched by time. We also visited the impressive parish church, which is well worth stepping inside. It's peaceful, beautiful stained glass windows and historic features make it one of the highlights of the village and provide a welcome escape from the summer heat outside. One quirky feature you'll spot around Kaysersberg is its famous little gingerbread man, which has become something of a local symbol. He appears in shop windows, souvenirs and decorations throughout the village and adds to the fun storybook feel that makes Kaysersberg so memorable. With plenty of free time to explore, we wandered through the local artisan shops, admired the colourful streets and of course stopped for more photos. Honestly, every few metres there seemed to be another postcard perfect view.
From 1942, Adolf Hitler was studying in Strasbourg and then he obliged some Alsatian family to fight with the German. But he was not to fight against the French, he was to fight against the Russian on the east front of Europe. Okay? And it was an obligation for some family to do that because if they refuse, the Nazis come to the home and kill all the family. So you can see that all the people died in Poland, in Leningrad, in Lithuania, they're everywhere on the east front of Europe because Adolf Hitler used his men to go directly on the first line and they were the first people shot when they arrived in the war. Okay? So they were Alsatian from this region but obliged to fight with the German. Okay?
Diese Leute sind von Alsace und etwa Adolf Hitler sagt, diese Leute sind so müssen
If you're planning a visit, I definitely recommend wearing comfortable shoes, bring a bottle of water, especially in the summer months, and allowing yourself time to simply wander. Sometimes the best discoveries are found down the smallest side streets.
Guys, we are in Kaysersberg, I'm not so sure. It's been pronounced different ways. Absolutely gorgeous city, I must say. Never heard of it before today, and it's really fairy tale like, isn't it, Galen?
Oui.
very fairy tale like, and people are so friendly, and yeah, we're doing a nice little guided tour, enjoying it so far, with a few glasses of wine in it, of course.
Leaving Kaysersberg behind, we continued along the famous Alsace Wine Route towards our next destination, Riquewihr. Although the drive between the villages isn't long, every kilometre offers another incredible view of rolling vineyards, medieval church spires and colourful villages nestled amongst the vines. It's easy to understand why this route is considered one of the most scenic in France. As we arrived in Riquewihr, it genuinely felt as though we'd stepped onto a film set. The village has remained remarkably unchanged for centuries, and walking through its cobbled streets is like travelling back in time. With its brightly coloured, half-timbered houses, flower-filled balconies and ancient town walls, it's often described as one of the most beautiful villages in France. In fact, many people believe Riquewihr was one of the inspirations behind Disney's Beauty and the Beast. Whether that's officially confirmed or not, once you walk among its enchanting streets, it's easy to see where the comparison comes from. Every corner looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. Didier explained that Riquewihr was fortunate to escape much of the destruction of both world wars, which is why so much of its original medieval architecture still survives today. That preservation gives the village an authenticity that's becoming increasingly rare. As we wandered through the main street, we admired the colourful facades, traditional timber-framed houses and beautifully decorated shopfronts. The village is full of artisan boutiques selling everything from handmade ceramics and local wines to chocolates, preserves and Alsatian souvenirs, making it a lovely place to browse. One landmark Didier pointed out was the Quai du Chram, another reminder of the village's rich history and one of the many charming corners that visitors often overlook if they're exploring without a guide. We were given some free time to explore at our own pace, which is one of the things I really appreciated about this tour. It struck the perfect balance between guided commentary and independent exploration. We could pop into little shops, stop for photos wherever we wanted, or simply soak up the atmosphere without feeling rushed.
So we're here in Haut-Dolde in Riquewihr. Merci. And I ordered a steak and Gaylen ordered some chicken.
Voilà, oui, verre de vin.
Ah oui.
Tu veux un pinot gris or a muscat?
A tiramisu with red berries.
Fruits rouges, oui.
Our final stop of the day brought us to the charming town of Riquewihr, another jewel along the Alsace Wine Route and the perfect place to round off an unforgettable day exploring the region. As soon as we arrived, it had a slightly different feel from the other villages we'd visited. While it still has the beautiful half-timbered houses, colourful facades and flower-filled streets that Alsace is famous for, Riquewihr feels a little livelier with its bustling cafes, restaurants and independent shops creating a wonderful atmosphere. The town has a fascinating medieval history and was once home to the lords of Riquewihr, one of the region's most powerful noble families. High above the town, 3 ruined castles overlook the vineyards and surrounding countrysides, reminding visitors of Riquewihr's strategic importance centuries ago. If you have more time than we did, hiking up to the castles is said to offer spectacular views across the Alsace plain. We spent our free time wandering through the historic centre, taking in the colourful buildings and soaking up the atmosphere. Every street seemed to reveal another hidden courtyard, decorative fountain or charming little boutique selling local wines, handmade crafts and traditional Alsatian treats. One thing that really stood out throughout the day was just how immaculately maintained these villages are. The window boxes overflow with flowers, the buildings are beautifully preserved and there's a real sense of pride in the local community.
So, the woman that you have on the statue here, she is the saint of the Alsace region. Okay, is our saint, is Saint Odile. She's the saint of the Alsace region. Odile was a woman born here in Riquewihr, but she was born blind, so her family abandoned her. Okay, so she was growing up in a nunnery not so far from here. And there in the nunnery she decided to pray. Every time, every moment of her life she decided to pray. Then when she was 16 years old, as a miracle, she discovered the view. Then she decided to cross all the Alsace region to help the farmers, to help the poor people. That's why we consider Odile as the center of the Alsace region. Okay, and she have a point like a pamphlet that was before to protect the rich people of the village. If you take a look, she's crying to protect the poor people of the village. The grapes that you have on the head is protect everything about the vineyards, the wine production, you know, here. Okay. And you have on the foot you have the symbol of the medicine, the snake of the medicine, you know, the symbol of the medicine that protect everything about the nurses and doctors. Okay, that's why. Okay, you have she's the center of the old Alsace region. Okay, the different stuff. Huh?
It's easy to understand why visitors from all over the world come to explore this corner of France. By this stage, it had been a full day of sightseeing, but thanks to the comfortable pace of the tour, it never felt exhausting. Didier had struck the perfect balance between guided commentary and free time, giving us plenty of opportunities to discover each destination for ourselves, while also learning about the history and culture of the region. As we made our way back to Colmar, we looked out over the endless vineyards one last time and reflected on what an incredible day it had been. From the fairytale streets of Eguisheim and Kaysersberg to the storybook charm of Riquewihr and the vibrant atmosphere of Riquewihr, every stop had its own unique character. If you're staying in Colmar, I genuinely think a day trip like this is one of the best days to experience Alsace. You don't have to worry about driving, parking or planning routes. You can simply relax, enjoy the scenery and let someone else take care of the logistics. Our guide Didier was exceptional throughout the day, sharing fascinating stories and making the history of the region come alive. We have no hesitation recommending this tour to anyone visiting Alsace. It's a perfect introduction to one of the most beautiful regions in France, and it's certainly a day we'll remember for a very long time.
So we are just finishing up our 4 wonders of Alsace, and it was an amazing tour. So our tour guide Didier brought us around to 4 little medieval villages. So we went to Eguisheim, Kaysersberg, Riquewihr and Riquewihr, and that is where we are at the moment. So absolutely gorgeous. Tour group, there were about 8 of us on it, so it was really comfortable. Tour bus was amazing, nice and air-conned because it is so hot here. But lads, the scenery is just fucking brilliant. So if you are in Colmar and you're interested in doing the same tour, I will put the link at the bottom of this. I'll put it in the description so you can book it and ask for Didier. He's really, really good.